Hi, I'm glad to have you today. We want to continue with our business plan, and we today we are looking at our chapter two, and our chapter two is on the marketing plan. We have a few parts that we look at on the marketing plan, and for this chapter, I want us to go step by step, looking at also the examples that we have, so that you can have a better understanding, unlike now going the theory part and stopping at it. So I'll give you a sample of examples that I have on whichever part that I feel they need more clarification on the same. I will start with, we have 7 parts we need to look at in our chapter 2. And the first part, which is 2.1, is the potential customers. Here we are looking at who can buy from us. Who do we have or we aspire to have as our customers in our businesses? Remember that you're doing either a product or a service. So when you're offering a service, who can buy from us? Who can get the services from us? I'll give an example of somebody who is doing the solar panel installations. Who are the customers that can buy from these services from this entrepreneur? They can be schools, they can be hospitals, they can be households, that is the individuals, they can be churches. They want, maybe they don't want to go to through the Kenya Power way. So basically, the potential customers in this case, they are the individuals, churches, hospitals, institutions like schools. That is an example of somebody is doing the solar panel installations. Another example, when you're dealing with like people who are in the medical field or in the engineering field. An example, you are doing repairs for the medical equipment. You look at who are my potential customers in this business. One of the potential customers will be hospitals. Another potential customer will be clinics, laboratories. These are the research institutes. Remember, they use these medical equipment in their facilities or whatever they are working from. So anybody who needs this product or service, you look at them as your potential customers. If you are selling products, the same case with you. Who can buy from me? Their potential customers. And in most cases, you look at them in both sides. If they need the services, it means they have the product or they need the product. So you can sell to still to the same potential customers. That is on the 2.1, where we're looking at the potential customers. When you're looking at the other part of it is where you're looking at the characteristics of these people, or these groups that you want to venture in as your potential customers. When you're looking at the characteristics, you look at the age, the income, the occupation. What else? You can look at the religion of these people, and we have different ways of looking at them, and basically we do it in form of a table so that you can categorize them the same. Let me see what I have for, like, now for the a sample. I can show you this. My friend here has that is a table for potential customers. So you can see there is a side for the customer group. One of the customer groups are the individuals or the residential homes. That is for this customer. This customer is doing installation of solar panel to homes and other potential customers. And in her case, she has real estate as one of the customers, residential and institutions. So when you look at the first one on the residential customers, when you look at the characteristics, the entrepreneur is looking at first of all the age, and the potential customer should be above 25 years. That is 25 years and above. Then there is the expected income. She's expecting people who are earning 50,000 and above. from for them to be her customers. Depending on your preference for customers, maybe you don't want lower income customers. Then she doesn't mind the occupation of the customers, and so the occupation of individuals will be from different professions. That is nice. Then she's looking at both female and male clients. That is on the gender. And then on the ethnicity and the religion, she's comfortable with working with any religion and ethnicity. So this is a sample of how the table should look like. Then the next customer that she has is now the institutions. Still, you do the same. You look at these institutions. It has employees, it has students, it has teachers. I'm looking at a school. So what some of the qualifications or the occupation that you're looking at? Maybe you can say they are teachers and teaching staff. When you look at the income, you look at what category that you. For the income in schools, you can look at it in two ways. You can look at it in terms of how much these people are making. In terms of the income they are being paid, their salaries. You can also look at it in terms of how much is the school making as an institution. Now, for you to know that there is a level of my school that can fit to be my client, and there are some levels that cannot fit to be my client. Then, looking at the gender is what gender is there in the institution. That is now the male, the female. Then you can also look at the region, which is not for the region and ethnicity. It's not compulsory. You can avoid that if you're not comfortable with it. For the people in medical, maybe you can look at if it's an hospital, maybe you're looking at the occupation as medical people, or people who've done medical engineering courses. And basically the same even for the other parts, that is the gender, the income is still the same case. You can look at in terms of the institution, how much is it making, or the people that are in it, how much are making. An example, like if you are looking at basically you want to sell to the individuals that are within the institution. So basically for those companies, you can look at it for the income in the two ways. Then after the customer characteristics, the other thing we want to look at is the products or the services that you're offering. If I've come for the service or the product from you, the next table is to look at the customer requirements. In this case, I want to see if I have come to you as a customer. What do I expect from the product or the services that you're offering to me? I sampled two cases of a product and a service. Still both on the solar panels. One is selling the solar panels, and the other one is selling the solar items, and then the other one is doing the installations for the solar panel. So I want to show you a sample of the customer requirements on the same. So first of all, we'll start with the installations of the solar panels. So the table will look like this. Look at this side, they are showing what they are doing, either service or the product. So this one is doing a service, and the service is a solar installation service. And then on the other side, they are showing the customer requirements. If I'm coming to you as a customer, what do I need to know, or what do I need to achieve from getting your service? So the first customer requirement, as per our entrepreneur here, is the service will be safe for everyone to use. So there will be no shock, no electrocutions, and the likes. Then there is optimal efficiency in terms of adoption of the energy. And then the third one is the solar energy will last longer during stormy weather conditions. Remember, solar panels work well when it is sunny. So in the consideration of this entrepreneur, they are looking at a solar panel that can still get some energy even when it is stormy or it is rainy, and their clients will still be able to have energy in their homes. So basically, when I'm looking at that, according to our client customer requirements, where we were to look at the performance, the efficiency, the safety. Even from this now, you can see already we have looked at the safety of the clients. They are also looking at the efficiency. They have also looked at the durability. They are looking at where they are looking at it will take longer on this when even on the stormy and rainy weather conditions. So basically that's it. So once you're done with the first uh, service, you write the points like this. Then now you can go to the second point. So the second point on her is the solar panel now, the solar maintenance. And let's see what this client is looking at. They are looking at maintenance service which is economical and fair. Economical is in it will not be very expensive for them. And then they are looking at the service that will be conducted either twice in a year. That means that during the time for maintenance, we have enough time to use energy efficiently before there's some blockages in between. So basically, that's it on the one that is doing a service. Let's look at somebody who is doing a product. This one, the first product is the solar modules. And on the solar modules, the first thing that we are looking at is the solar modules that will tap maximum energy. So that's the customer requirement. I want a solar panel maybe which is as bigger watts that will be able to tap bigger energy. Then there's also another one which is pocket friendly. I'm looking at the last one, which is pocket friendly. Remember, I just sampling part of it for us to have a better understanding on the same. Then you go now to the next product. Please note that they have written the product and the requirements there. So the next product is the solar panel batteries. Solar batteries. So they are looking at solar battery which will serve customers for a longer period, still cost friendly, and which are able to store solar for longer time even when the weather is not very convenient. That is where we were talking of the stormy and the rainy seasons. So basically that is on the two tables. You just draw the table and then on the two sides. Then the next thing is we look at our customers. How do they buy? Do they have specific time they buy, the specific month? If maybe they buy mostly at end months, maybe they buy their specific months where they come and buy in lump sum. Maybe during festive seasons, how is our purchasing power of our customers? So basically, you look at that, and then you look at how do they pay. This will help you to know on how you're going to manage your finances, because you'll now be able to know how the preference of our customers mode of payment. And basically, in most cases, the mode of payment is either cash, checks, um, credit cards, or any form of cards. There is also the pay bill or the lipa na M-Pesa options. And unless there is it's a company, and a very renowned company, or it's advisable that you don't take personal checks, because of defaulting or the bouncing part of it. And once the check does not go through, then you see, and you've already dispatched the products, or you've already done the service, it will be very difficult for you to get back the money from the same. So that's it on 2.1. The next one is the market share. And on the market share, it's very simple. We are looking at, first of all, the population. And on the population, we are looking at how many people can be my potential customers. So remember the groups that you've looked at, and you have now the total population of people who can buy from you. So assuming that you have 3,000 people who can buy from you within the region that you have specified for your business, then the next thing you look at is how many people are doing the same business as you. So it will be now you plus the people doing the same business as you. So the total number of people that are doing that business. So with our 3,000 people, and then we look at, it is me and the other two people that are doing the same business like me. So we'll be 3 people doing the same business. So we want to see how many people can buy from me within that population. So it will be 3,000, the total population, divided by 3 businesses. That is me and the other entrepreneurs, which is 1,000. So my prospect customers, I'm expecting they should be around 1,000. That is our sampled or our estimated number of potential customers. Then the next part we look at is the units to be sold on the services, on the products. So basically, we are looking at we want to see in estimation in a month, if I'm selling the solar product, how many am I selling in a month? If it is the solar batteries, maybe I'm selling 10 in a month. If it is the solar modules, I'm selling 50. And remember, in these solar batteries, they are of different types. So you can say the 50-watt solar battery, I'm selling 50. The 70 watts, I'm selling 100, like that. So those are the units. Is the actual items. How many are you selling in a month? Maybe I can show you a sample of how you write it. So basically, for the first, the one I had mentioned earlier, my entrepreneur here has written here on top, where he wrote the 16,000 divided by 4, which is 4,000. So the table I'm talking about, the units sold per month is, you see the way they have split them, the products, and then the products themselves, and then how many per month. So you write them like that. The only thing that he has not done on this part is putting the total of now all this, so that I'm able to know how many units of those have I done in a month. Let's see on the service side. So this one may not it might not be helpful as much, because we are just looking at the service they have done, and then the only part that this person has done correctly is the last part. You see, in this part now, they have she has mixed those items. So basically, you're supposed to write the item, the service that you've done, then how many services. Like now for this one, for the solar installations, how many have you done in a month? If there are 50, you write 50 services. If it is for the solar maintenance, how many solar maintenances have you done in a month? If it's solar connections, how many have you done in a month? So basically, that's it. That is on our 2.2. On 2.3, we are going to look at the competition. And on the competition, we'll be looking at several parts. We have 3 tables to look at. And the first table, we want to look at who will be our potential competitors. And on the potential competitors, we are looking at people who are doing the same businesses as us, and we operate on a kilometer distance. So if it is somebody within a kilometer from you and the surrounding, depending on whichever direction, then that person can be considered as a competitor. So it is a kilometer and below. So here you just specify the names of your competitors in full, and then the next part, now we show their names in a table and the exact location. Let me show you, like now for this one. Now he has 3 competitors, and I'll show you the distance, how he has shown the distance. So he has the first competitor is Decay Solar and Accessory Shop, which is to 14 meters from now the entrepreneur. Then the next one is step one solar panel stores, which is 400 meters. So you go feeding them like that. All your competitors, while they are going downwards. Then from there, now we look at the advantages and disadvantages of the location. If you are closer to the clients, it means now even more people will be coming to buy from you, and also that increases your sales. You can be closer even to the source of raw materials. You can also be uh, closer to other resources or other facilities. So what are some of the advantages do you have over your competitors? If you are far, then it will be a disadvantage to you. And also when you look at the disadvantage, if I'm closer to the to the customers, is there a disadvantage? Unless you do not have the products that the customer wants, and then they are not able to get what they expect, and you are the one who is now closer to them. Basically, the closeness that you have to your clients, they're easier for you even in terms of the sales. And then the other table that you're going to look at is on um, your size now as the business and of your competitors. And on the size now, we are going to look at it in terms of the assets that you have, the sales that you're making in a month, and the number of employees, and also the number of brands that you have. So the table is very simple. You write, it looks like this. So you write the name of your business here, and then your competitors, you write their names here. That's, I believe it's okay. Then the first part you're looking at is the size. So when I look at my business and I look at the business of my competitors, how am I? You define it as either small, medium, or large. So considering that the size of the business, maybe you have started small, so your business will be small. Maybe when you compare yourself to the competitors, you are the one in the middle, so you write it medium. If you are the largest of them all, you write it large. So you specify like that. Even on the number of employees, you don't write in terms of numbers, you write in terms of how they are. If an example, you are in your business, you are 2, the other business is 5, and the other one is 1. So yours is medium. Then the one with 5 is large. Then the other one with 1 is small. So that's how you keep on writing them. So the next thing you look at is the advantages and disadvantages of the size. Remember, the smaller you are, maybe you're more efficient because you're able to serve your customers faster. The product is very easy to reach at, so it's easier for you. But remember, even the smaller you are has more disadvantages. Maybe you do not have the variety that customers are looking at. Maybe the speed might be a bit slow when the flow of customers is a bit high, so it becomes difficult for you to get to serve your customers efficiently. Then we have another table on the same, where we are going to look at our customer, our what our businesses in terms of our capacity. And in this now we are going to put it in terms of uh, numbers. So the one with the list will give a one or two. Then the one in between, we give them a three. Then the ones that are high, we give them 4 and 5. So the highest you give it 5. And the table looks like this. We will be looking at different areas, that is the benefits to customers, management, technology, location. So you drew the table like this, and please note there is also a key below it on where you're going to put um, what defines what you've put in there. So I'm looking at like now the benefits to the customers. What benefit, considering the benefits that I'm giving to customers, after sales services, maybe packaging. How am I compared to my competitors? Maybe I'm doing very well. So like for this entrepreneur, she has given them 5. Then in fact for the 3, it looks like the benefits are the same. They are, for the 3 businesses, it's 5. Then for the technology, how am I using technology in my business and compared to my competitors? So when I look at our entrepreneur here, uh, the entrepreneur and the second business, they are at the same level. And then the third the second competitor is a bit low, but still high, since it's a 4. So the only challenge that it seems that our business is doing very well, since that it has 5s and a 4 on the distribution channels. So basically that's it. You write like that, then you write the key to it, and that one you are sorted. We look at the next one, which is the advertising and promotional strategy, which is 2.4. Advertising and promotional strategy. So basically here we want to advertise our business. We want our business to be more known to the people, and we want to see on what are some of the ways that we can advertise, what are the costs that we're going to incur in a month, in a year. But basically here we want to see first on how we are going to incur, and also we give a sample poster on the advertisement. So you draw a poster of the same. What are some of the forms of advertisement we have? We have the social media, we have billboards, we have the posters, we have what else? You can advertise through the magazines and the likes. And so we want to see, if I decide to advertise maybe through radio, how much will it going to cost me? If I decide to use a TV, how much will it cost me? If I intend to do posters, I'm sure you've seen posters which are stuck in different posts, especially the power posts. How much is it going to incur for me to do the same? If I decide to do posters and maybe stick in, I believe you have seen the what the public notice boards. If I decide to use the same, how much is it going to cost me on the same? So basically you write which media that you want to use for advertisement, how much it's going to cost you, and how often will you be using this media means of advertisement. Is it weekly, is it monthly, is it daily? So I want to show you a sample poster So this one has decided to make it. So this is it. You can see on top there we have the name of the business. They have a picture of what they are doing. That is the solar panel installation. Then the contacts are here, and then there is what they are doing. So they are there. It's the solar energy, for homes and industries. So that's a sample poster. Let's see for my friend here what they have for a poster. This one is very simple. Even they have not even written the name of the business. They do not have even contacts. So this one is not correct. If I look at this poster, I want to see a sun and a house. Not even a house. I'm not sure what it is. And then light up your world. This one is not showing the correct information. But when you look at this, already this one is telling you there is solar. I'm sure you can see the reflection of solar on there. Even the clouds, you can see it's on the panel, and it's something that is hanging, so it means there's some light that's coming through. They have even written their contacts. If you want to reach them, you can call them on those numbers. You can even visit them to that location, or do an email, or send a letter. I don't believe we still do letters, but we still use the postal addresses for businesses. So you can also visit them or write letters to them, and they will get it. The next part we are looking at is 2.5. 2.5 is the pricing strategy. We want to see now the different services and the different products that we are offering. How much is it going to cost us to do the services? The products that you are selling, how much are they going to cost you on selling those products? No, how you plan your pricing strategy depends on different businesses, but basically the market can give you an idea of how much the prices are. Noting that you can even look at other businesses, how much are they selling? You can decide to sell the same or give a range, an upper price or a lower price slightly, maybe to have customers now have a view of your business first. You can also decide, the government can also decide to give the ones we call the regulated government prices, that there is a cap and to it, so you cannot go below or higher in terms of the pricing. So when you're looking at your market, your prices, you have different considerations depending on what you're doing, and even in the religion in the region that you are doing these businesses. But basically in this part of this chapter we are looking at how much are we going to sell our products at, and depending on how you're going to put your business what business prices, you have to consider also the buying price that you bought at. Then what is my estimation for the profit, and also what are some of the expenses am I going to incur in between, especially for those people that are doing services, because in most cases for services it might be difficult to have an estimation on what are the competitors buying selling at, or offering the services at, unless somebody tells you that maybe this competitor is selling at this price, but you will have a market rate on how much people charge for some service. So basically, you look at how much does it cost me to buy these things? How much am I supposed to pay the technician? That is one of the expenses. The transport to those clients for the installations, how much is it going to cost me? Then the installation part. How much do I want to get? That is the approximated profit. How much do I want to get from this service? Then it's, when you do those considerations, now you're able to know the price that you're going to charge for that. Let's see what our friends here have. So the one that is doing selling the solar panels and the solar items, so they have divided them into different areas. There is a 30 watts solar module, 50 watts solar module, um, 70 watts solar module. So they have split them like that. Then the price is now on this other side. So now you're able to know how much um, these people are charging. Let's see for my friend here who is doing the installations. So they have written the installation, and the installations they are installing for 250 watts, they're installing for 300 watts, they're installing for 45 watts and 20 kilowatts. Then they have put the price. Please note this one has separated them very well. There is the service they are doing, that is the solar installation. Then these are the installations they are doing. And for every installation, they have put the price for each. Then you go to the next one. Now where is the solar maintenance, they have put the maintenance there, and then the price for each of them. So the next part we were to look at is whether you're going to give credits to customers or not. And if you're going to give people on credit, what are you going to consider when you're giving things on credit? Maybe their purchasing power, the frequency of the purchase. There's some but don't say that maybe somebody's a family person or family friend. We do not mix friendship with business. So maybe it's somebody who has assured of you of, maybe I will give you this check, keep it until I've paid a blank check. So maybe those are some of the things that you can look at when you are looking at the credibility of these people. But basically, being startups, if it's a startup, it's not good to start with credits until that you are sure of the stability of your business. Then the next part we want to look at is 2.6, which is the sales tactics. The sales tactics, we want to see how we are going to be making our sales. How are customers going to get our products? And basically, in most cases, we are going to be doing them directly, where customers can be coming to us, or we can send our sales representatives to make the sales, or we can send the technicians to sell the same. There are some people who might use agents for the sales. There are some that may use distributors, but basically those are people that maybe are in manufacturing. And yes, that's it. So the last one that we want to look at is 2.7. 2.7, we want to look at the distribution strategy. And the distribution strategy is now where we want to see, yes, you have the sales representatives as the people that are going to make sure that things get to your clients. What means of transport are we going to use? And these means of transport, are there some challenges that we anticipate to get in the same? So there depending on the people that you're using for the services of the products to reach to our clients. The next thing is we want to see what means of transport, and means of transport are many. We have roads, we have water, we have sea, we have air, depending on your location, depending on the cost, depending on what on the name has disappeared. how fragile maybe the items are, depending on the distance. So the means of transport depends on business to business. Then the next thing is on how much are these means of transport going to cost, maybe in a month. This approximation will help you to see whether it is the means is viable. Because if it is too expensive, then it means now it's not the right means of transport, yes, for you. Then you can opt for a cheaper means of transport. Consider that get something which is a bit cheap until now you're sure that this business is comfortable, and basically it can be able to cater for some of those expenses. Remember, in business you have to keep your expenses at minimal so that you'll be able to get more income from the same. Then now the next thing is on the challenges that you may face in this um, means of transport. If it is maybe air, maybe the weather might be stormy and you're not able to reach your client. Maybe if it is railway, the delays in departure, and you're not able to get to your clients on time. If it is road, maybe there is what is traffic jam, there is the puncture, maybe they have been stolen. So those are some. Maybe the roads are not accessible, maybe because they are not tarmacked. So those are some of the challenges we may face. Then the next thing we look at is how can we resolve some of these challenges that we anticipate to face in the same. Maybe with road transport, look at times of the day when, all times of the week when there is less traffic, and make sure you do your deliveries then. If it is a puncture, make sure you have a spare wheel where you are able to what to where you're able to replace the wheel and continue. If you are using the air, then you can consider, if it is stormy, you can consider the means of transport like road. If it is what, the other problem of maybe the accessibility of the roads, you can be having maybe a plan B of the same, or maybe you wait until it is not too muddy, and then you are able to transport and deliver your things to your clients. Basically, that's it. I believe I've not maybe I've skipped up, maybe I've skipped just a little, but I just wanted you to have a view of what is expected in our chapter 2 of the money marketing plan. And in case you have any question, you can still ask. And it's good to have you. Have a good time. Bye.